Whether it's a facelift, tummy tuck, or Botox injections, millions of people are spending billions of dollars on a wide variety of cosmetic procedures in an effort to look better, keep their youthful appearance, and feel better about themselves. But maybe there's a better way. What if we can achieve the youthful glow from the inside and live younger longer? On this episode of At Issue Health 101, we'll talk about how helping you feel better may help keep you looking better and living longer. Let's face it, most people spend a lot of time and energy and money trying to look younger. When it comes to halting the aging process, everybody's looking for that non-existent magic pill. Joining me to discuss the anti-aging approach to healthy living is Dr. James Machino, an author, an associate professor at the Canadian Memorial Chiropractic College, and a fellow of the Academy of Anti-Aging Research. Welcome.
Thanks, Catherine. Nice to be here.
Oh, everybody is looking for the silver bullet, aren't they?
Well, anti-aging is becoming a very big topic. I just spoke at the International Anti-Aging Show last weekend, and it was packed with people who are looking for answers, not just cosmetic surgery answers and Botox, but they're looking for some of the other aspects of anti-aging with respect to how do they stay healthy and functional longer.
Well, I hope people are coming to a place where what we once assumed would happen, after 40, oh my gosh, I'll fall and break a hip and that's the end. Doesn't necessarily have to be the way, but it really is looking at a new way of taking care of ourselves, isn't it?
I mean, unfortunately, if you watch media and you read newsprint and you're listening to radio, there's a gene for ovarian cancer and a gene for breast cancer, a gene for prostate cancer, gene for gene for all. So a lot of people would think that we're just doomed by these genetic time bombs that we have, and they're just going to go off no matter what we do. But there's a more enlightened audience, who are saying, that doesn't make sense to me because some people have those genes, but they don't get the disease. So why does that happen? And so we're understanding that really lifestyle behaviors around diet, exercise, you're staying at your ideal body weight, even nutritional supplements that you take over your lifetime can play a huge role in modifying gene expression and have effects on different systems of the body to actually slow the aging process and give you what I think is the ultimate goal, and that is having a highly functional body and mind for the longest period of time. That's really what it's. We talk about anti-aging and staying well and it's about how do I stay highly functional so I get the quality of life that I want and I get to do the things I love to do. And that requires a lifestyle investment, if you will.
Well, it's kind of like that joke, if I'd known I was going to live this long, I'd have taken better care of myself.
That's correct.
So sure, a lifestyle investment, but I think even people with fears of certain genetic predispositions have their way of looking at their life, but all of us, we're hearing all the time about the toxins in our environment and the pollutants and the poisons that we're exposed to already mean we're probably a little less than where we should be.
Well, this is the alarmist view, unfortunately, and I would say to people, calm down. Those pesticides and herbicides and gases, the air pollution, all that stuff's happening, and yet we're still living longer. And so the body has a tremendous ability to adapt. Not that government shouldn't work to lower our exposures, but let's be honest, we're never going to get it back down to zero like in the days of the caveman. But that doesn't mean that the toxins are causing all the problems. The problems are coming from people choosing a diet that's very high in animal fat, for instance. And what that does is more damaging than most pollutants in the air or in the food supply. And by not being physically active and allowing their waist circumference to get beyond a certain point, not being aerobically fit, not providing your body with the antioxidants and the calcium and the vitamin D that it needs to really guard against degenerative diseases. And that's how those processes really start. So rather than being focused on the toxins in this alarmist view where you feel like you have no control over it, that there are things you can do that have been proven to be the most important things that we can actually change in our day-to-day lives.
Well, that's where we need to start then. Because if our goal is already knowing that people are living longer, but we want that to be productive time, we want to enjoy those years, our goal needs to be to get started, I guess, as soon as possible.
Yes.